Hey, what is up everybody? Bladesphere here, and today for you guys another video of Persona 5X. Inside today's video, guys, we are going ahead and doing the A6R6 showcase here. This is going to be against the guild boss, in which I think I just will name it mainly as a guild boss try, but we finally got the character to A6R6 immediately here, thanks to the man Giku as well. Guys, check out his channel as much as possible too, because he does also utilize my account every now and again. So if you guys do want to check out his channel, be sure to do so. And the man got us the last dupe, so we're looking pretty darn good here. This is mainly what I was waiting on. I really wanted to see exactly how good we could possibly get this here, and man, I'm excited. I've already done a little bit of just messing around, and let's just say this character is stinking nasty. So with the actual A6, we are getting now a double attack, and then we also get something else called double berry, which does allow us to do multiple hits. Now this is going to be interesting to see how this does work here. I am also trying out a new, what's it called, a new little setup when it does come down to at least the guild boss itself here. So we're going to be learning along the way, but I'm still going to be having a little bit of fun. Now there are a few things that I do have to change for this said guild boss setup here. Majority of this was just me messing around, but there are a few things I do have to change here. One of those things particularly are going to be the personas I'm going to be running here. One of them is going to be her specific persona, which is this one here. And I actually do need to run Rakunda on it. My behind doesn't have Rakunda on this guy yet, so I do have to, of course, do that myself. A little bit of a problem here. Don't like really doing that, but we're gonna have to get Rakunda ourselves. We're gonna have to figure out exactly which one it is. So I do need to get the one that's from Leonon's side itself here. So we're gonna do that in a couple seconds. Give me 1 second to get this on built, and actually I'm gonna get the other three personas built and show you guys the aftermath as well. All right, so we're back and we have everything pretty much set up here. Now this is going to be a theoretical strat for the most part to see if we can actually get a really high score here. I'm going to be using Ange. I technically should be using Futaba, but unfortunately my Futaba isn't duped enough to do the full A6 strat. So we're doing this with Ange, so I'm playing around a little bit on seeing how we can do this. Now it's a little bit funky. As you can see, a couple of my characters do have some things changed to them. For example, our Cord is actually with a different card set than normal. She's using technically Soy's set here. And then when it comes down to at least our personas, we do have them kind of built out a little weird. So we have Rakunda here and also Speedmaster, because we need to make sure we're going first. We have, I want to say, Rebellion on our Yanasek. And then we also have another Rakunda here on our Nyan boss that was actually limited for the CNY, what's called CNY event when it was out. I think it actually is exchangeable too, so don't worry, you possibly could get that as well if you do need it. And we're gonna try our best to see how high we can score. Now this is all highly RNG based. We've been trying to test it out a little bit, and by we I mean mainly Earphone helping me out as much as possible. And I won't lie, it is heavily RNG. We have to freaking like break the shield hopefully and get 2 crits, in which, as you can see, we didn't get the 2 crits that round. So we have to get 2 crits on the shield here just to get this whole thing set up. And it's immediately so RNG based, because boom, only 1 crit pretty much. Nope, ain't gonna work. And every last time there's a few of these that works. The first RNG pace, at least the first RNG spot, is with this. The second RNG spot is when we actually what's it called, get to using our fire packet, because we do want the highest, or at least points that we need here. So our fire packet allows us to get a burn on the boss, and that's really what we want to have. But man, oh man, do we have to like do a lot of setups just to avoid this. So it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. So we're gonna go ahead and then Berry highlights just the one that what is it called, Wind ended up hitting here. So we're gonna go ahead and use this immediately. This should not kill it, so I think we're pretty much good. And then we're going to go ahead and use our skill 1, or at least our actual berry gun, on one of the dudes on the side. So let's go ahead and use this immediately. Everyone should be pretty much good. No one should die from this here, which is perfectly fine. We do need to heal also. Like, this is one of the few guild bosses that when I actually have to do them, especially these one where you have to prolong your turns and actually rotate correctly, it could possibly be detrimental if you do anything wrong. So I genuinely have to heal, genuinely have to do some things around and play around a little bit here. So this round we're gonna go ahead and heal because everyone is fairly low, and then afterwards we need to go ahead and gun with wind here on one of these dudes who have full health. So let's see if we can hit any of them. Okay, there we go. There's 2 hits right there, perfectly fine. And then afterwards we need to use our skill 3. This is going to be on Barry, and we're going to use some actual damage to do to the main boss in the middle. Now hopefully we actually hit pretty darn hard in the long run. This whole setup is just way too RNG based. Like, it is highly RNG based, which is very scary if I'm being so honest with you. So I think we need to go ahead and see, since we don't have our Barry thing here, let's go ahead and Barry guard up. And then finally on round 3, we're gonna actually be able to utilize our what is it called, our navigator. So I have not been using her. That's mainly because we need to keep our stacks looking pretty decent, but I think now we should be able to go ahead and do this. We're gonna start off with the skill 2 instead of the 1-3-1-3, and just see how that just goes. So let's go with the skill 2. This is more or less gonna act as if we had Futaba's shield on pretty much. Instead, we're just using a full-on heal. Hopefully it should be decent enough to keep us alive, but we still gotta fiddle around a little bit. So now we're gonna go ahead and use Terakaja, make sure this is gonna be on Barry herself. And then afterwards, we're gonna use the skill 3, make sure this is on Barry herself. Cord is gonna give us a nice old heal once again, which I do wanna say is, let's go ahead and do this here. Use a healing item immediately, and then we're gonna normal attack one of the full ones, which is this guy. We have not attacked him just yet. So let's go ahead and normal attack. Everything should be pretty much set up immediately for the next round, which is pretty much gonna be where we start to damage a little bit. So now we've done this, we got everything looking good. Everyone's already done their deals. I think now we can just pretty much do whatever we want. So from here, let's think here. I think from here on, we're pretty much just like smooth going. We can live this next round. We're really good at this. So let's go ahead and use our skill 3. Pop this on off. Immediately swap to Vasuki and use our highlight with this as well. It's going to be an AoE highlight, so it doesn't really mind who we at least attack immediately. And then we need to immediately set up our Rakunda so then we can start setting up Barry to just dealing that crazy damage later on. So let's go ahead and use our Rakunda, pop this on off, boom. And then we're going to use wind, pop this off. And this is also going to be on, if I remember right, this was going to be on the main boss as well. Then we need to go ahead and use Cord skill 3. This is going to be on the main boss. And then we got to cross our fingers for the Barry burn, or at least the burn that we're going to need to do here. So boom, got some extra damage off immediately. Luckily did not kill the dude. Let's go ahead and pop off our item and pray that we get the burn. We get the burn, awesome. If we don't, then sad times, but it doesn't look like that we got it, unfortunately. So our score is going to be a little bit lower. It's not the end of the world, but like I will be redoing this with a valid score amount here. But now that we've done this, done everything we needed, everyone's looking pretty much alive, we can just go ahead and do this the way that I want to do it. So I'm just going to use her skill 1 as long as they stop hitting me. But I'm just going to use her skill 1 real quick, and we're going to set up for our DPS round immediately. So skill 1, popping this on off. And afterwards, we're going to have Wonder use Vasuki once again. It's going to be the skill 1 as well. Wind's going to pop off with her skill 3. We get our extra crit damage from this as well. And then we're actually going to go ahead and use Wind's highlights, making sure we get more of that crit damage ready. Use our skill 2 on Barry, which is going to happen with Cord. And then just deal damage. So this is where the fun part begins. Hold on. I love this. I love seeing this every single time. Let's go ahead and pop it. 1, 2, 3, 4, Oh, gotta love it. Gotta love the extra hits there. Actually freaking awesome. But we got the hits in. This is the kill, or at least we got the kill in automatically. So now we can do what we want. Now this is the first weak phase, so we're going to immediately set this up as our damage phase. We will have our skill 3 on at least our what's it called, on our berry, and then we're going to use both of our extra turns on berry immediately here, because everyone has all the debuffs, or at least all the buffs that we do need. We have every single debuff that we need on this boss, so this will be the best time to actually deal the most damage that we can deal. So go ahead and pop this off. Boom. Wonder is going to set us up with Yano 6 actual rebellion here, so we have that immediately. And then from this one we can go ahead and just use skill 2 from wind here. So use our skill 2. We're going to use our skill 1 with cord. Then we're going to go ahead and use skill 3 with berry, or at least skill 3 in general with double berry. But first we want to go ahead and pop off this here, and then go into skill 3 form. And we need to use the third skill, because the third skill is the one that we really want to use here. The highlight, we're going to try and save it for at least the last hit, so we'll do that in a second. But boom, got the extra hit. Boom, a 10 mil immediately. And then guess what, we can do it again. I think we can actually go into double berry again. Oh no, we can't. So we're going to save that actually. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is we're going to use our skill 3, because we do want to save our double berry for the next round as well. So boom, more damage here, another round again. Oh my god, this is crazy. All right, and we got the damage stacking up. Now we're going to set up for the last round. Now the last round is more or less going to be helping out a little bit for Berry herself, mainly because we do have the double berry function ready, but we wanted to save that. So now that we have this all done, we're going to go ahead and use our Chinese New Year persona, use the first skill immediately. Boom, this is going to help us out, taking down that defense and the damage resistance here. Then we're going to go ahead and use the skill 3, popping this off, getting our buffs on back. Cord's going to be able to use her skill 3 as well, getting us another highlight for Berry once again. And oh my god, the damage already is just insane. But pop this off here, boom, another 500k, loving that, plus that lovely amount of damage here. We're then going to go ahead and use the highlight from Berry herself. So that is our second highlight once again this round. Then we're going to go ahead, go into double berry, use the highlight a third time, and then we're going to go ahead and pop off with the third skill, which is one of the few that of course we could have done at least with the double berry here, but unfortunately we've already used them too. So we're just going to go ahead and use our skill 3, and boom, baby. Absolute amazing damage, bro. It's so freaking sick. Oh my god, holy crap. 1.1 billion, dude. 1.1 bill. Yeah, nah, I'm sorry, this character's freaking broken. This is what I've been waiting for. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please do smash that like button with your forehead and consider subscribing. We definitely can get higher than our current amount that we have right here. The only reason it got this low is because we didn't get the burn. So I'm gonna be experimenting, and I'll keep you guys updated on the higher score from there. But peace out.